It's a pleasure to have you once again this week on the edition of The Link. And today we are going outside Uganda to talk about the opportunities. We say The Link is a place for opportunities, and we want to present you opportunities from Canada. You might have seen many things when you are doing your online searches, and there's a pop-up that says, do you want to work? Do you want to study in Canada? Well, now we have a homegrown person who is in Canada to tell us about that. And my guest tonight is Miss Prossy Nabafu, an immigration consultant based in Canada, but she's Ugandan. That's the good thing. Prossy, welcome.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, I know there are many hours apart, so thank you very much for waking up early and making it. Let's start with the first question. Give us a brief of the current immigration policy by Canada for education and for immigration work.
Thank you, Sam. First and foremost, I would like to tell the viewers that Canada is a low-populated country with a population of 37 million. A good number of them is for seniors and kids, so it leaves a very small population under working age groups. So it's put down policies, many immigration programs to encourage especially professionals to come into the country. The aim right now is to bring at least 400,000 professionals to settle in Canada as permanent residents per year. And also, it has come up with a very friendly program for students to study in Canada, because it looks at students as future Canadians who will shape the country. So because of that, it has supported a lot these programs. And Canada has been, much as it has the best education in the world, among the countries with the best education in the world, which can be recognized elsewhere, it's very cheap as compared to US, UK, and Australia. And also, there are very good programs for students to transition into permanent residence.
All right, and as far as education, Prossy, what levels are available in Canada? Just shed light on that.
All levels are available. I mean, from elementary, what we call primary in Uganda, secondary, and tertiary institutions, or post-secondary education. So we have colleges and universities, depending on what the family wants for their children. That's the level of education they can come for. Only that if the kids are coming below 18 to study in Canada, then they have to have what they call custodianship.
Hey, okay, very good. I'll bring another day to talk about that, because I know it's a serious issue. But what kind of skills, if I was to immigrate for work, are required? What are the areas?
Like I said, we have a shortage of workforce in Canada. There are so many jobs. There are many skills available. And these skills are broken down by what they call national occupational class. NOC is, as long as your profession or your occupation is counted among the NOC, then you'll be able to come to Canada through various programs.
Give us some specifics. I am here, I am a journalist, but I'm also a professional counselor. Would I qualify, for instance? Who else specifically might qualify?
I'll start with you as a journalist. As a journalist, you can immigrate to Canada as federal skilled worker, under federal skilled worker program using the express entry. And at the same time, there's another program called self-employment. Now, self-employment doesn't mean that you can open your shop and then you qualify, you know, for this program. It has specific people into it. For example, artists, you know, the singers, comedians, journalists, pure fine art people, and these people who have won world records, like, you know, the gold medalists through Olympics. So those are programs for them. They have different requirements. But I mentioned about express entry, which is the most common program bringing in professionals. And for that program, as long as you have a diploma, degree, and above, that's how they assess your program, then you're likely to qualify for it. And also, they look at your age. They look at, it normally favors between 18 and 35 years, though you can also pass through if even if you're after 35 years, but every year after 35, it deducts 1 point from your age until you reach 0. So it's normally good that when you're interested in that program, we pre-assess your profile, and there are so many the elements that are used for assessment. Like I said, the age, education level, then they're going to talk about work experience. The requirement is at least you have to have 1 year of work experience in that field that you've studied, and which is on the NOC list, which is National Occupational Class. Then if you have more than 6 years, you get the maximum points in in experience. Then we have language proficiency. That is because Canada has 2 official languages, French and English. So whichever you're best at is going to be considered for your first language, and they'll give you maximum points in it if you're really good, depending on how you perform it. Now, it's not that when you speak English, then you're good at it. There is an examination we sit, which is called IELTS, or International English Language Testing Services. And depending on the marks you get, that's how you get those points. If you're good also at French, it's a plus. And then they'll also consider your adaptability. How quick will you transition into into the Canadian system? There they look at your wife, your spouse, if your spouse knows English and passes to some level, and then also if you have a family in Canada, which has to be proved by a birth certificate, and if you've ever visited Canada before, if you've ever studied Canada before, then they'll also consider if you have a job offer. So those are the points they're going to use to assess you to qualify for federal skilled worker before you enter into the express entry system.
You said something important, Proskovia, about the age. About 35, it knocks off a point until you get to 0. Where is 0? Give us a picture.
Okay, the quick calculation is the 35 plus 12. That is about 47. So afterwards, you're going to get 0. But sometimes if you're married, if you have a spouse, and there's a mistake people make. In Uganda, people consider marriage as going to church and having marriage certificate. In Canada, even if you're just cohabiting, as long as it's more than 1 year, then that person is a spouse to you. So when you have a spouse, that spouse does English, that spouse will add you more 5 points. So the points you will have lost on age, you'll pick it up on your spouse. That's why sometimes if you're single and you're 37, you may not go through even if you have masters. But if you're, and I always keep on asking people, are you married? No. Do you have a wife? But they have kids sometimes. So I'm like, who is keeping the kids? Oh, there's a woman I stay with. Okay, that is your spouse, So then we say, okay, let them do English exam so that we push you to qualify for the program.
All right, very interesting. The time is short, we cannot do it nitty-gritty, and I will encourage people to reach you finally. But before we get to that point, yes, maybe I qualify, I go through the sieve and I'm qualifying. Psychologically, what are some of the things I need to prepare myself for? Should I qualify to come to Canada as an immigrant?
The most important thing, even before you qualify, actually, it's part of the process to give you a visa. That you have to have some funds for you to settle within Canada, because you're coming to a new country. Yes, it's a place of opportunities, but when you just come in, you'll have to feel a shock at first. So it's better you come with some money to take care of you and your family, and it's also assessed before they give you a visa anyway. And just come prepared and have open arms. There are so many opportunities. Don't feel shy to start all over again. If you had, for example, your occupation, you had your profession by mistake, here you fulfill all your dreams, and the government is there to support you if you're a permanent resident.
All right, how do we get hold of you? How do people who want to come to Canada get hold of you?
Okay, I work for a company called Nabafu Immigration Consulting, and our website is www.nabafuimmigration.ca. I repeat, Nabafu Immigration Consulting, website www.nabafuimmigration.ca. Our email is info@nabafuimmigration.ca, and my direct line, you can reach me on WhatsApp. It's +1 780 200 6915. I repeat, +1 780 at 200-6915. Our other office line is +1 587 974 6171. So when people contact us, we always encourage them to fill in a profile for pre-assessment. But one thing I should warn Ugandans, avoid scammers for Canada immigration.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yes, avoid scammers for Canada immigration. Under the law, people who are supposed to provide you with Canada immigration advice should be licensed. We go through a very heavy system in order for us to be licensed. We study, we get into exams, again we get into licensing, they check our background. So don't allow your money to be just wasted on somebody you don't even understand. You can verify an immigration officer, a valid one, by going onto the website of College of Immigration. It's called even if you type CICC Canada, it's just a new regulatory body. We used to have ICCR, but if you just say verify my immigration consultant in Canada, it will get you to your website. Search me by my last name, which is Nabafu, or first name Proskovia, or that is for anybody who approaches you. So in Canada, for example, it's illegal to give that advice to somebody and you charge them if you're not licensed. Same applies. It may go over to beyond Canada very soon. So please make sure you get to a licensed person. And when you come to me, if you don't qualify, sorry, I'll tell you you won't qualify, because I don't want you to risk your money. Some people think I'm harsh, but I don't want you to risk your money when you won't succeed. So that's the difference, because we're highly regulated.
All right, Proskovia, you said Canada is a place for opportunities, and the link where you are is a place for opportunities. It's nice that we met in the middle. For Ugandans who may want to immigrate and find better opportunities elsewhere, thank you very much for giving us the information, and I hope Ugandans can reach you and get that information. And please have a nice day, I think.
Okay, Sam, thanks a lot, and for our viewers, thank you so much for watching us.
All right, that was Ms. Prossy Nabafu, an immigration consultant based in Canada. The beauty is that she's a Ugandan. You won't need to go through online things to verify. If you go to her, she will help you as a Ugandan. We hope we added value to you if you're looking for opportunities. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.